All right, Mr. Harmless here, and we are working on 8.3 study guide. This is just the examples. We have in this unit a set of shortcuts. When this says special right triangles, I want you to just think shortcuts. We've got some shortcuts, right? So special right triangles, it's two shortcuts. Okay? There's going to be a bunch of much more difficult problems later, but these are shortcuts that you can use through this unit and the next unit, okay? One of the shortcuts has to do with a right triangle where one of the angles, right, 90 degrees makes it a right triangle, but the other two angles are the same. They're both 45-degree angles. So an example like this, okay? Now, with a 45-45-90 triangle, the legs, let's use red for legs. The legs would be the exact same length because it's technically an isosceles triangle. These legs are the same. And you probably, hopefully, remember what this side is called. This is called the hypotenuse, right? The one that is opposite the right angle is called the hypotenuse. So you have leg lengths and you have hypotenuse lengths, right? Okay? So whatever the leg is, so let's say, for example, with this one, let's say this leg had a length of 5, whatever, inches or whatever. If this is 5, the other leg would be 5, and the hypotenuse would be 5 times the square root of 2. See the x and then the x square root of 2? 5 times the square root of 2. So this makes for a nice shortcut because I don't have to do any math. I don't have to like work this out. I can actually leave my answer like this. So if I go, this is 5, then I go, well, how long is the hypotenuse? You say 5 root 2. Okay, it's as simple as that. Okay. It also works the other way, and we can ignore some of this writing here. They just have some extra stuff here that is not important. Get rid of this. Okay. And then let me just do a couple more examples here. So if you have a right triangle and these are both 45, and I go, this is 3, find this. You go, well, that's 3. If I say find this, you go, that's 3 root 2. The shortcut just means I'm going to put the root 2 attached to it, multiplied to it. Okay. If on the other hand, let's say they gave you one and they said, this is 7 root 2. And this is a 45-45-90 triangle. What's this right here? Well, 7 root 2. Well, think in reverse, right? If it's 3 root 2, it's 3, right? 7 root 2, this would be 7. So it's going to be really easy ones like this, where they either give you the 3 and you have to find 3 root 2 for the hypotenuse, and right, or you have to have it like this. The only one that's going to be a little bit more challenging that we're going to see in some examples here is what happens if it gives you something like this is 10, and they want you to find this side here. Okay. So if I have the leg and I'm trying to find the hypotenuse, I multiplied by the square root of 2, right? So with a 45-45-90, if I have the leg and I'm trying to find the hypotenuse, I multiply by the square root of 2. That's why we put it right next to it like this. Which means if to go from this to this, I multiply by the square root of 2. If I have this and I want to go back to this, I'm going to divide by the square root of 2. Which you can see right here. 7 square root of 2 divided by the square root of 2 is just 7. So that's what we're going to do here. 10 divided by the square root of 2. So 10 divided by the square root of 2, right? And here's the nice thing. For right now, eventually I'm going to have to talk about how to write this a better way. But for right now, I'm going to let you write it like that. If this is 10. This here would be 10 over the square root of 2. That's the basic idea. Now let's do some actual examples, okay? And you can go to the next videos for the examples.